How you doing out there, folks? Yes, it's me, Frankie the Unknown Songwriter. Yeah, I like to make these videos from time to time. I haven't made one of these for a few days or something. It's about the comments again. I had done some Joe Biden songs. That's because now the election's coming up and all. I'm not trying to knock them or anything. So one of them was No Biden, and the other one was Joe Biden Asshole Song. And, well, the Joe Biden one, the No Biden, there was parts of it, I memorized it. When I was memorizing it, I noticed in the video they have clips of Joe Biden, making those gaffes that he does. I memorized it. I just did it. I don't know how. I don't probably memorize it now because that's not something that stick in my mind too much. And the other one, Joe Biden Asshole Song, I memorized the beginning. It was like a dialogue, a recitation. It was part of the song. I was going to let it go, but I did it. It's on YouTube. I'm sure that you've probably seen them already. And plus, I also shared it on Twitter, so it's easy to see, hear my songs that I've been doing. Okay, now the comments. I was laughing, maybe not now so much, about the two comments. It's from JMac619, I thank you. And the first one for the No Biden song, the comment was, Biden doesn't know he's alive. It kind of tickled me when I first read it, and I wasn't expecting it. And the next one, the Joe Biden Asshole Song, the comment was, I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. Thank you, Frankie. At first, for a minute, I thought it was him making the comment when I first read it. So I thought I would mention that. So if any comments, be respectful now, remember. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now I did I've already put it on YouTube already. The Freddie Boom Boom Cannon songs, and now I shared it on Twitter, and I noticed I was getting a lot of views on all his songs. I think because he's still around, so it's not like people don't know him. Even the younger people would know him because if he's still on tour. I think I saw it on the computer from this year into next. I don't know, maybe they'll do it virtual or something, but if he's still performing, maybe that's why. I was just I got them on YouTube already, a lot of them. You've probably already seen them already. So that was another thing about his songs. And he was, some of his songs are 60 years ago. So he can't be that young. I mean, I didn't look up to see when he was born, but maybe around 80 probably. Figure if he was in his 20s or teens, he might be in his 70s. So just wanted to go over that again. Now, as far as the songs I've been doing, if anybody wants to sing or something, I could do it. I probably could do mostly, like I say, I keep saying I could do any song. Now, I just did some Peggy March. She was around back in the 60s too, also. And one of her big songs was I Will Follow Him. Now, that song was in the Sister Act. Whoopi Goldberg sang it. And it sounds the same. I just did it. It's on YouTube. I didn't do all of hers. I just did that, but I have some other ones. But she did it a lot of her songs were in German. I guess whether they know German or not, I don't know. Maybe she can read it. She did I Will Follow Him in German. And she did it in Japanese and English. The other, it was Japanese and English on the same song. I did them. They're on there. I marked them. I usually mark everything, when I do it. So you'll know, you don't kind of hear German and say, I don't understand that. I don't either. But if you look at it, I memorized it, and I'm watching when I do it. I don't think it's good when I play it back. It looks about the same. So If you didn't look at them, they're on there. So now let's see what other songs I could be doing. I'm still looking up songs. Oh, I just did some Marty Robbins. He did a lot. I did some of his before, so he's got a lot of songs too. I just did some. And well, Patty Page, I did a lot of hers. I just put some on Twitter. I shared it just to see, And one of them was Frosty the Snowman. Maybe people like that song because I got an awful lot of views. I don't usually get hundreds of views, but on that one I did. The Christmas songs I don't have much problem doing because I pretty much know them already. I usually refresh myself because there's some words I might not know, so I just do it. Okay, and as far as memorizing these lyrics, I'm surprised I'm able to do it. So I didn't think my memory was that good. I forget things like everybody does, If I go out of here, I could forget my keys. But I need the keys to lock the door. So chances of forgetting them, but something like the lyrics. Because when I was back, we're going to go back 60 years again. 60 years ago, I was in high school. And this memory thing came up. Now, I'm in classes and all. And some of the same classes with some of the same students, And the teachers, tell you to read that tonight and we'll go over it the next day. And I would, but I didn't pay much attention. And I would get called on. Frank, do you know what the capital of this city is and all that? I may not know it. And sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. So I said, I don't like that. I want to do good. So I went home and I started memorizing the chapters. And I memorized it. And I could actually, when I got called on, and I answered the question, the teacher's looking at me. Oh, that's good, Frank. Sit down or whatever. Then one of the times I got asked a question, right? He asked me a question, and he says, "You knew that answer?" I said, "Yeah, it's on page 3, line 5. He said, "What?" He went and looked in the book. How do you know that? I said, "I just happened to recall it." I didn't want to get too much into it. And the other students in the classes, they're not liking it because I'm making them look bad, me answering all the questions. So I had to talk to the the rest of the students, just one that is like he's the ringleader or whatever he was. He says, "You're making us look bad, Frank. What are you doing? Are you a genius?" I said, "No. I just didn't want to keep getting called on and get the answers wrong, all the time. I'm trying to do good. I want to get good grades." I said, "I memorized it." And he said, "Memorized all that? It's boring. You can memorize that?" I said, "Yeah, you could too. It depends." And then I start getting friendly with them, and they start doing it. They start doing better. I said, "Good." Because I said when I go home from school, I right away do it, get it done and get it in my mind, and that's it. Then I go about what I want to do, go out, eat, whatever it is. And they start doing it. But I don't know how good they weren't doing that good. We get a test, right? Say he said, "Read this, it's going to be on all those chapters and all that." So I had already memorized a lot of it, and I would memorize the whole section, for the test, right? When I took the test, I knew every question. So what I did was I missed one on purpose because I didn't want to make it look like I'm cheating or somebody gave me the answers or something. The teacher asked me about it, and I told him. He said, "Frank, what are you doing? Something's with you." I said, "No, nothing. I study. I want to do good." He said, "What is it? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm memorizing." He said, "You're memorizing that?" I said, "Yeah. I wanted to, I forget it now. I go into another class or something, I'm going to forget it, I know, but at the moment." So that's why I mentioned that about this memorizing. I'm surprised after all them years that I can still memorize these lyrics. I mentioned it before. I don't keep doing that, Right now, I'm able to do it, But again, like all the songs, like yourself, them Biden songs, I couldn't have known them. They were just done. That's not something that I would have known, those lyrics. It was different. I didn't know any of it, I even memorized the parts I said with Biden. They had clips from Biden making the gaffes in the one song. The other was a narration in the beginning. I just did it. I don't know, I just used to doing that now. Okay, so let's see. Now we're getting close to Christmas, not too far. I've been doing some Christmas songs. I wrote a Christmas song over 40 years ago. Nobody seems to be interested in it. Well, what difference does it make over 40? You'll have to wait till next Christmas if nobody, because it's getting too late now for anybody to want it. The name of the song is Saint Nick's the Name, that we all know well. Noel or Knowell? Yeah, I had done that like in the first, when I first sent out the lyrics and all. Now I'm gonna sing the version that has that in it. I'm gonna do it now, and that'll be the end of this video. So the title is Saint Nick's the Name that we all know well. It's in there. You'll have to listen. It's gonna be even at the middle of the song. It is in this version, and the singer sounds like Jiminy Cricket. I don't know. I guess the company I hired, they liked his voice, and it's by Nashville Music Productions. If somebody wanted this song, and you want to put your own music, well, it might be all right. I have lead sheets for all the versions I have, so if anybody's interested, leave me a comment. Back to the comments again, but I'm going to try this now. So get ready for this. I'm sure you probably heard it. I've got so many videos about this out there. I haven't done them too much lately. Okay, Saint Nick's the Name that we all know well. Okay, there we go.
There is one saint that everyone should know, because he makes the hearts of boys and girls glow. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. Tinsel and lights and all the decorations make beautiful sights from city to city, town to town. They are all waiting for one man to come around. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. On the eve of that special day, the children can't wait until he pulls up in his sleigh. And when he makes his famous ride, everyone will be asleep inside. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. Yes, Saint Nick's the name we all know well. And he comes around every Christmas while we sing Noel, Noel. After he has come and gone, everyone wakes up about dawn. And when you see what you got, you're glad it's not a little, but a lot. If you are good the whole year through, oh, Saint Nick will be so good to you. There is one saint that everyone should know, because he makes the hearts of boys and girls glow. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. Tinsel and lights and all the decorations make beautiful sights From city to city and town to town, they're all waiting for one man to come around. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. From the North Pole he comes every year, and at Christmas time he will always appear. Even on the coldest day, there's only one name that you have to say. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. On the eve of that special day, the children can't wait until he pulls up in his sleigh. And when he makes his famous ride, everyone will be asleep inside. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. After he has come and gone, everybody wakes up about dawn. When you see what you got, you're glad it wasn't a little, and sad that it wasn't a lot. If the children are good the year through, they will have something to look forward to. But if they're not, they have themselves to blame, because they didn't remember that Saint Nick's the name.
There's one saint that everyone should know, 'cause sets the heart of boys and girls aglow. From city to city, town to town, they're all waiting for one man to come around. Now from the North Pole he comes every year, and at Christmas time he always will appear. And even on the coldest winter day, there is only one name that you have to say. Saint Nick's the name. Saint Nick's the name. And at Christmas time he gets his fame. And on the eve of that one special day, children can't wait till he pulls up in his sleigh. And when that old man makes his famous ride, everybody's gonna be asleep inside. And after he has come and gone, everyone wakes up about dawn. And when you see what you got, you're glad it wasn't a little, and sad that it wasn't a lot. If the children are good the year through, they'll have something to look forward to. But if they're not, they have themselves to blame, because they didn't remember that Saint Nick's the name. Saint Nick's the name. Saint Nick's the name. And at Christmas time he gets his fame.
Merry processions make beautiful sights from city to city and town to town. They were waiting for one man to come around. Saint Nick's the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. From the North Pole he comes every year, and at Christmas time always appears. Even on the coldest day, there's only one name you have to say. Saint is the name, and at Christmas time he gets his fame. On the eve of that special day, the children can't wait till he pulls up in his sleigh. And when he makes his famous ride,